4 in action. Brett Hamilton is actually writing right on the screen, and yet guess what? That writing will go right onto that document, and he could email that off anywhere. That's just the beginning of the excitement of our big deal tonight on QVC2. Hi everybody, I'm Dan Wheeler, your host. Our special guest on QVC2 tonight is Mr. Brett Hamilton, who has been bringing us innovative electronics since the year 2008. Hello, Mr. Brett.
Hey, how are you? Are
you
you winded from running 10 feet?
I ran over there. I had to run and hide the computer. This is really cool. And speaking of computers, you know, people are torn today because people want portability, but they want power. So do you go with a laptop, a notebook, or do you get a tablet? Or how about this, which gives you the power of a PC and the portability of a tablet?
Yeah, I mean, at first glance, you look at this and go, wait a second, that's just a tablet. Isn't that just one of those keyboards? Well, no. Actually, this is a fully functioning Windows 10 computer. I'll say that again. This is not a tablet. This is a computer crammed into barely any sort of profile. Look how thin that is. That looks like a tablet. It is a tablet, but it's a tablet that's also a fully functioning Win 10 computer. Then you snap it onto the keyboard, and you have a keyboard and a case and a computer and a tablet all in one.
Stay tuned. Give us the next few minutes. We're going to show you things that Brett can do with that pen that are just going to blow your mind. Things you've never seen on a tablet or a computer before. This Microsoft Surface Pro 4 features an Intel processor, and then it's teamed with 4 gigabytes of RAM, but the hard drive is 128 gigabyte solid state hard drive. We'll explain the difference between that and a hard disk drive, because this is much faster. You get the keyboard we're including with it, you get the pen, and you get Microsoft Office 365 for a year. So you see our QVC price on the screen of $1,149. That is definitely what you'd expect to pay if you purchased everything separately. But we're giving you everything tonight for $859.98, making this the lowest priced Surface Pro 4 that QVC has ever offered, and it's on QVC2 tonight as the big deal. Now, you can take 6 months to pay this off with a credit card. We accept most major credit cards, even if you've never shopped with us before. And tonight, $143.33 on your credit card, plus $1,600 of the shipping and handling. We send it to you. So you have 6 months to pay it off. There's also special financing if you use a Q card, which we'll tell you about in a little bit. And if you don't have a Q card, you can get approved, but that will be 9-month financing. I'll explain that in a moment, but let me go through your choices, because here's what you get. You have your choice of the red keyboard, the blue keyboard, or the black. 3 choices, and at this price, the lowest we've ever offered, you are getting the opportunity to use something that Microsoft has developed to work together in conjunction with this pen to give you more versatility in a notebook and more fun and more productivity than ever before.
Yeah, and I think this is probably the game changer right here. Again, you're looking at this to the naked eye, looks like a tablet. Could it be a tablet? And maybe it's a computer. But what separates this device from the tablet or the computer that I currently have? And I want to show you in a second what this magic pen is going to do and how you can use it to not only be productive, but to have fun. But at the same time, keep in mind that Microsoft makes the operating system Windows 10. They make it for HP, they make it for Dell, they make it for Asus, they make it for Acer, Toshiba. Anybody that has a laptop computer other than Apple gets their brain, gets their engine, so to speak, from Microsoft. So essentially, you're cutting out the middleman. Microsoft has decided, you know what, we do it as well as anybody else, so they've manufactured and they've designed their own version of a laptop, but to make it look a little bit cooler and a little more productive and a little bit sleeker, being able to attach it and unattach it.
We're looking at my Facebook page, Dan Wheeler QVC, and that's my little granddaughter. That is Brooke Elizabeth. And I used her to talk about QVC2 tonight and encourage you to watch us. You can watch QVC2 live on QVC. But this gives you the power of a notebook in something that weighs 1.9 ounces. Now we're going to take you through key features. We call it a bucket list. We're going to talk to you and demonstrate the Surface Pen. We're going to take a tour of the unit. We're going to show you how it combines the features of a tablet and a laptop with that keyboard. That's a backlit keyboard. We'll tell you about the hard drive and all those topics. But first, let's talk about this Surface Pen, because I've never seen a pen react with a tablet, but this is a very special pen that Microsoft has developed.
Yeah, so this is not a stylus. This is not something so that you're not going to break your fingernails with your manicure and stuff like that. It actually has not a AA, not a AAA. It's got a 4A battery inside. And out of the box, you're going to pair this with your tablet, with your Microsoft Surface Pro 4, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. More importantly, let me show you some of the cool stuff that it can do. Once the pen is connected wirelessly to this device, check out this example. Tax time. We all have to deal with it whether we want to or not. Normally,
it is tax time.
It is. You would get a document like this and you'd have to print it. You'd have to print it, then you'd have to write on it with the pen. Then you'd have to copy it or scan it. Then you'd have to fax it or figure out a way to email it back to your accountant. Well, all of us have the ability to be able to type on something, right? So there we go. We can type, we can type, we can type. But what happens when you get down here? What happens when you get down to the section where you actually have to write on the document? Well, what if it was just as easy as when you print it to sign it? There we go. You could sign the document right there, right on the screen. What's today's date? Today is the 3rd, I think, 17. You know what? I hit send. That goes back to the accountant. That goes back to, I don't know, whoever it is that's doing your taxes. Maybe it's something for your kids' classes. It's a permission slip. And instead of the kids bringing them home on paper, the principal or the teacher might send this through an email now. So I give Dan permission to go on this trip.
Thank you.
And I can sign it right there, and I can sign it right there and send it right back.
Now think about in the past, you had to print out that document, sign it, scan it back into your computer, and send it. This is so much faster.
Yep.
So it's just right now. So much to talk about. The Surface Pen will also allow you to freeze video, freeze a frame, and we'll show you that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a little tour of the actual unit itself, because the tablet part is a big 12.3-inch multi-touch point tablet that's very touch responsive. And it connects magnetically. Show us how the two connect.
All right, so sorry, my head keeps getting in the way here, my giant head. But out of the box, you've got a tablet, and normally you would not have what they call a keyboard or a cover. The keyboard doesn't have a battery. The keyboard doesn't need to pair. This keyboard is for those of us that know nothing about technology. Here's how you connect it.
That's why I love this. Look at
That's
connected. You don't have to find the Bluetooth. You don't have to wait for it to find the keyboard. No, boom, magnetically, and it controls everything.
Yeah, so they're the little tiny magnets right there that are on the keyboard itself. There are magnets that are underneath the tablet. When you push the two together, just like a little science project, the tablet and the magnets all come together. So watch this. Take it out of the box, snap it together. Now, what's missing? You go, wait a second, this thing is so slim, this thing is so sleek. What don't I have in this that I would have on my computer? And the answer is a CD drive. Other than that, here we go. The ability to be able to connect this to a television. Okay, you'd be able to plug in an adapter and then an HDMI cable. Down here, USB, and this is huge because now you can add external memory, external storage. You can still transfer stuff from thumb drives. You can transfer information to, you can transfer information from. Then we slide down here, and this is actually how you charge it. I know that doesn't look like a traditional charging port, but that's exactly what you're going to use to plug your Surface Pro 4 into the wall. Then, before we spin all the way around, I want you to look on the back here, because it's amazing how Microsoft was able to do this. Oh, yeah. There is your micro SD card slot. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's the little chip that's inside your phone. That's the little chip that's inside your camera. Now, they're in a much larger version, the SD card, but inside those slides a micro SD card, and that will fit right in there, so you can take a look at all your pictures, and again, to be able to use it as extra memory, extra storage, and also to be able to transfer data. Then, spin it around here, give you a backlit keyboard. I know a lot of you go, I do work at night, I have it on my lap, I'm watching TV, I don't want all the lights on. This lights up when you're in the dark, and then, this is pretty cool, the kickstand itself.
Love that.
Kickstand allows it to become flat, a tablet, and then take it like this and put it in any position you want.
Now that is great if you're in the kitchen and you're following a recipe or watching a cooking video.
That's exactly right.
Love that. The convenience of a tablet, the power of a computer, the power of a laptop, all in one. They connect so easily. And together with the pen, they do more than either what we know a laptop computer or a tablet to do.
Exactly. Yep, and being able to do all this without having to worry about lugging around a heavy computer. This is what? A little less than 2 pounds.
1.6 pounds.
There you go.
1.6 pounds. Now, let me ask you a question. The operating system, is it Windows 10?
It is. So this is a fully functioning Windows 10 computer. And there's the proof right there. There's the interface. There's what you would see if you walked into a big box store or if you picked up a competitor's brand of laptop or desktop. That's how you know that you have Windows 10. We haven't touched on the fact that it's a full touchscreen computer as well. So what's missing?
That's
Nothing.
what I love.
This is bringing the world of a tablet, the world of a computer, and then the world of touch. Because when you remember, when Windows 8 first came out, the whole idea was to make it feel the same as our phones and as our tablets. I don't know, the tendency was to reach out and touch, but there wasn't any touchscreen back then. Now, the touchscreen exists. So when you want to go to video, you go to video. You want to go down here and go to something else, you pop over here and go to this and go to that. And look how fast all these programs are loading. So keep in mind the processor that's inside there can handle the multitasking.
If we can look at my computer a second, I want to show this screen off. We were talking about pinching and zooming. This is a picture of the pier, the lighthouse in my hometown. Look at the colors. That was an amazing photo. I need an amazing notebook to show that off. And this is not a notebook, and it is not a tablet. It's more than both of those together. It's the Microsoft Surface Pro 4 Intel processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabyte solid state hard drive. We're going to talk about that and demonstrate how much faster that is than what you think of a hard disk drive. And we're going to talk about Windows 10. We're going to talk about how they easily are interchangeable. You can take the keyboard off. Those magnets allow you to find it right away. Let me go through your choices, then I want to talk to you about our special financing. $859.98 is our big deal. Look at our QVC price, $1149. That's because we're giving you the backlit keyboard. We're including the pen. We're including the Microsoft Surface Pro 4 and 1 year of Office 365. This is a great deal. It's so good it is QVC2 big deal. Our big deal tonight at $859.98. Quite a big difference between that and $1,149 like you'd expect to pay. 6 easy payments of $143.33. Here it is in the red. Over here, here's the red. Thank you, Brett, for adjusting that. Here's the blue. Got a little bit of glare there on the blue. Try to get that out of there for you. This is live TV. And then over here we have it in the black, okay? 3 choices. And by the way, if you come to me, I'll tell you about special financing with a Q card. I've got my Q card here. If you don't have a Q card, you can get approved for one over the phone very quickly right now. With a Q card, if you purchase the Microsoft Surface Pro 4, we have special 9-month financing involved. No interest if paid in full within 9 months. Now, there is a minimum monthly payment required, and you can read more about it if you want to on QVC.com. And you can't use speed buy on it, all right? But it's a great way to go. So ask about Q Card, special 9-month financing. QVC2, we are excited. More live programming. This is the kickoff. Every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we kick off a new big deal. This is a big deal. This is a big, heavy
That's a big computer.
Notebook. It's big. Yeah.
This computer.
Or would you rather have this?
Yeah. Well, actually, the technology, so to speak, is about the same. When I say that, I mean there's a Microsoft Windows 10 operating system in both of these computers. In this computer and this computer, and then, of course, in the older laptop. This laptop is not even 3 years old. And in many ways, this laptop, on paper, should be faster than the one that you're getting tonight. It's pretty bold to say that, right? Should be faster because of what's inside, the processor, the memory, and all that good stuff. But one of the biggest pet peeves about people and when they buy their computer is it takes forever to turn on.
Right.
My computer takes forever. I have to go get a cup of coffee. I go do a load of laundry. I take the kids to school, whatever it might be. I'm going to turn these on at the same time, and you're going to see how much faster this Microsoft Surface Pro 4 boots up over top of this HP that's not even that old. So on the count of 3, I'm going to try to fire them up. The only thing I'll have to do at one point is get in the way to put the passwords in there, but here we go. 1, 2, 3. We'll turn them on. automatically, instantly, you see the logo.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's HP. Now, we keep counting. One, oh, there we are.
You're up.
So let's see, is it me? Put my face in here because it recognizes me. And 1, 2, we're done.
Wow, you're in and moving.
Look at the HP computer. All right,
Yeah.
so we're over there now. Now, this is not done yet because even though we've got the computer to turn on,